The Seattle Seahawks defense had another subpar season in 2019. Let's be real. Last season wasn't exactly what the 12s were hoping for. We had a lot of high hopes coming into the season. I mean, think about it. Ziggy Ansah, coming from Detroit, obviously couldn't stay on the field. But at the end of the day, when he was on the field, he created havoc. Jadeveon Clowney was one of the biggest splashes in the offseason, and Jaron Reed was coming off a 10-sack season. And that was just a defensive line. Then you look back, and the linebackers, Bobby Wagner was obviously, one of the best linebackers, if not the best linebacker coming into the season. And we were finally going to get a healthy KJ Wright. Cross our fingers, right? But then we looked at the secondary. And the secondary seemed like they had a lot more holes than there were the past few seasons. Obviously, we had Shaquille Griffin, who we had a lot of high hopes for. And same with Trey Flowers. We were super excited for him. Had a solid rookie season. So we were looking forward to his sophomore breakout, quote-unquote, breakout opportunity. But I always felt like the safety position was a position that we just could never get right. Why is that? Well, we could go around and throw a bunch of names out there, Bradley McDougald, Tedrick Thompson, this and that. But at the end of the day, no one was able to show up when the lights were big. So, what ended up happening last season? A couple of 400-yard performances by Matt Schaub and Andy Dalton. Jared Goff had a field day against us, and at the end of the day, our defense just seemed like had holes left and right. Obviously, we had some standout performances like Quandre Diggs, one of the biggest moves for us. Balling out whenever he had the chance on the field. Bradley McDougald had flashes, but at the end of the day, good was as good as we got with Bradley McDougald. And Trey Flowers had one of the worst seasons as a cornerback for the Seahawks in a long time. So what do we do from here? Well, there's a man named Jamal Adams out there in the trade market that the Seattle Seahawks should 100% pull the trigger on. Now, I understand. Marquise Blair is still an option as a backup or a starter in the Seattle Seahawks roster. But at the end of the day, I don't know if I'm ready to commit to a guy who didn't have as many snaps as he needed to last year to solidify a starting spot on this team coming into this season. I have high hopes for Marquise Blair, but at the end of the day, we need to win now. And I've said this over my past few videos, and I feel like I really need to, pound that in this video. Because I don't think a lot of people understand. The time is ticking with this team. Pete Carroll doesn't have a lot of time being the coach of the Seattle Seahawks. Russell Wilson has never been injured. Obviously he has minor injuries in the past, but he's never really had a serious injury to keep him out of a game. The offensive line is still average. At least we think it's going to be average. Who knows? It might be better. It might be worse. But at the end of the day, Russell Wilson's not going to stay healthy his whole career. There's going to be a time where there's going to be a mess up, and Russell Wilson's going to get injured. Who knows? It might be this season. It might be next season. Who knows? Bobby Wagner, we saw his first kind of step back last year with his pass coverage. Bobby's always been pretty solid in that area. And what happened? He kind of fell off. We're always starting to see this team is slowly starting to drop down. Point differential wasn't that high. Chris Carson and a lot of other guys got injured. And now we're sitting here going into the 2019-2020 season. We don't have Jadeveon Clowney. We don't have Everson Griffin. And at the end of the day, one of our biggest moves in the offseason, Quentin Dunbar, is facing charges. It doesn't sound too good to me. I'm worried. 100% I'm worried. And a lot of people are saying, well, we don't really know until we get into the season. Yeah, but we can't play that game anymore at this point. I feel like after last season's, to me, it was almost a disappointment. I had so many hopes for that team. So many hopes. I felt like this was one of our most talented rosters in a while. Think about it. Our offense had so much potential. Our defense had so much potential, but it just seems like we couldn't get it together. The fact that we're 31st in sacks in the league just proved to us that our defense needs to hit the refresh button, in my opinion. Or you could get that man from New York, Jamal Adams, and a lot of our problems will be solved. Get one of the best box safeties in the league to sit there and pop and make plays. and you might have a ticket to Tampa Bay coming your way. So, what do y'all think? Did I convince y'all that Jamal Adams should come to the Seahawks? Or do you think Marquise Blair and Jadeveon Clowney, Marquise Blair getting the start and Jadeveon Clowney is a better signing for the team, for the future of this organization? Let me know, guys. Let me know if you like the style of video. I'll see you guys soon. Go Hawks. See you soon.